Hey, let's just chop off their brains.
That doesn't work either.
Yeah, not quite.
Then they don't
But
have.
yeah, no, it's bad. It is not good. It's basically animal cruelty, and like at least in my
Or
opinion,
imagine all of them are animal cruelty.
I mean, probably. I mean, they're obviously French, and they're obviously supposed to be like pretty high end food. That is a very high end food, very expensive, but also like it's one of those
Fuck.
things. Like the rich person is drinking their expensive wine while watching the nuclear bomb detonate behind them. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
While eating their
Yeah,
foie
it's like
gras.
that. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's interesting, definitely.
Grilling. You know, the most unique French cuisine. Wait, is it from French? I don't see a single
Maybe
French.
try typing friends instead, and no, it's
Oh
not.
yeah. Yeah, nothing.
Believe it or not, grilling is not unique skill to French.
Damn. What's the tool he's holding? Trivia time. Is a portmanteau. Portmanteau. I don't know how you pronounce it. I know what it is, but I don't know how to fucking pronounce it. Why is he trying to translate from Portuguese? This is the whole time. Tips. Yeah. I used to go with Chaos Space before the incantations. Jesus, what the fuck? Chaos Space is like so hard to pull off. Oh, never mind. Wait a second. Oh, I need to have a light monster. Wait a sec. Wait, no, I never mind.
Wait a second.
Wait. I would need to have like. I mean, I could see Chaos Space speed run, but like you need to run a light monster, and there's not really any good light monsters that are level 4 or higher that can't be normal summoned. Um, what else? Hungry?
Oh, great. I wish there were more items that hurt yourself.
What?
Discovery.
Oh.
Real life. No, it's like then
Concerned
Genesis
Alex.
would be much stronger.
Oh yeah, the Vacuum Man Kaiju monsters, that's cool. Jin? Why would you run Jin? Like the only good card to banned. And it's gross. Why would you run Forbidden Chalice? An offering to the Doom. I mean, I guess you're tributing, but like... Wait, never mind. That's... Wait.
Targets a card.
Oh... Skip your next draw phase, Jesus Christ. I'm sure there's better cards that can destroy and target monsters. Is there?
Countessa?
Not sure you get how this works.
That's a monster, Alec. I'm talking about spells here.
It's also a monster that must be summoned by a beast monster.
Yeah. Everyone can do
Yeah, I
that.
mean, you've got the warrior, beast warrior part, but like, you know, Alec.
You know.
They're not beasts.
Execution of the contract.
That's actually pretty like interesting. It basically allows you to ritual summon, like using it, um, it kind of acts like a ritual summon, or well, it sets up. Sorry. There's also another one where it allows you to like just pay 1,000 life points and then like special summon a ritual monster. What is it? It's like actually really good. Ritual Foregone. Pay 1,000 life for a special summon one ritual monster from your hand, but it cannot attack it and also destroy it in that phase. I've been thinking about adding it, but like there's so many good cards in the deck, and like I usually don't run like more than 40 card decks, but like this deck is just there's so many good cards that I'm running like 46 right now. I think I was like at 50 at one point, but I reduced it a little bit. Because all of like these two cards are insane. The fucking this searches out their entire archetype. All like they have I think 17 searches in the deck. And that's not not including Divine on the Herald, but that's like excluding them. That's like 14, or not 14, 12. And Divine of the Herald's actually like, it's kind of just really good. Like it's already a really good card, but it's just super duper good for this deck because one, it allows you to go in tuners because you're two, um it makes your monster level 6, which is the maximum like you need for a ritual summon for like the biggest monster in the deck. 2 or 3, it allows you to basically search any the ritual spells and shit. It's just really good. I only run 3 of these because, or one of each of these because I mean they're good, but like they're not crazy good. Field spells fucking crazy. There's so many crazy combos. Quickly. Is this oh, this is for ruin and shit. I mean, it's bad because the field spell is fucking crazy, but like. Wait, where is Offering to the Doomed? Destroys monster. What? Huh? For the search method. Yeah, but when are they gonna give my boy Crab Turtle an archetype?
You never know.
To be honest, if they're gonna give any ritual monster an archetype, like one of the vanilla ones, the Hungry Burger was the one to do.
It's just so iconic.
I mean, I knew about it all the time.
Because we
When I
have
think Hungry Burger, I think of that card. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna say anything.
what?
Wait, offer one monster on your side of the field as tribute to increase this monster's attack by 700 points till the end of this turn.
Oh.
That is old Yu-Gi-Oh card text, and that's gross. What the fuck? What's the? I mean, they're never gonna re-release it, but like, I don't know, weird. Um.
Got a message from Cooper saying, I don't want to live in New York.
Why? Oh.
Accurate.
Yeah, I'm just convinced the search thing is broken. How's the line going, Alec?
Oh, pretty good.
Are you on Eclipse 8?
Yeah.
You want me to join you?
Depends if I win.
Yeah, you want to stream?
Yes. Man, it's so fast compared to earlier.
Stream quality is absolute shit, but it's fun.
It is?
Yeah, everything's super blurry. Yeah, it's gotten a bit better.
Yeah, it might just take a second. Because I guess my GPU still isn't to the highest quality, so I guess that won't have changed anything. But for me, playing Risk of Rain is smooth.
By the way, where's the back of on a Wandering Vagrant?
There's no distinct way to tell, at least not to my knowledge. The way I do is I shoot.
Do they have a back?
They do. You shoot until you get the crit markers, and then you're like, ah, that's its back, and then just keep track of it.
I should turn on damage numbers again now that like I'm not playing with insane fucking game stuff. I turned them off because it was lagging the game super bad.
Yeah, fair enough.
There is damage numbers anyway.
It's in gameplay. Very first one.
Yeah. Turn off. I won't. I'll keep input sensitivity.
Yeah, I've always kept sprint sensitivity reduction off because that's just wrong. Do you have it on?
Apparently.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It means when you're sprinting, your sensitivity is lowered.
I guess I've never noticed.
I guess that's good then. I do a
I'm
lot
kind
of
of scared to try it when it's off.
Yeah, I mean, you can try. I mean, like, go into a single run and see how it feels.
Yeah, I definitely notice that now.
Like, notice it as in you would rather use it or not.
I don't know. I think I'm just always sprinting, so the sensitivity is like, I usually have it pretty low, so it just lower my sensitivity overall. I wonder if it turns it off for characters that are always sprinting.
I don't think so.
It'd be kind of ridiculous to always have it on for them. I can try. How are you doing the boss?
No. It
Good
just
idea.
spawned.
Huh?
This thing just spawned. Oh, I guess you
Well,
mean
no, I know. I'm
just
just
now?
asking, are you doing the red item boss?
I don't have any bans, so probably not. Unless you have bans, the fights are really hard. Especially on Eclipse 7 or higher.
Or you're playing, I mean, like, I would say Bandit's arguably one of the best characters for it.
You're not wrong. But I don't have enough stacks at the moment of Desperado.
I'm surprised you are using Desperado, because Desperado's good, but, like, it's more of a gimmicky good.
Desperado makes the first 2 or 3 stages a breeze, at least for the boss fights. And that's the only reason I use it. I rarely use Desperado in stage 5 or 6, because it's just not worth it. Also, larva suck.
Yeah, well, that's kind of a given. Where there be larva, there be suck. Oh, let me try. Yeah, I was gonna try with the. Now I need to get Eclipse 8 with another character, or Eclipse 7 at least. I don't know how I'm gonna do that because oh my god, the fucking sensitivity is so high. I'll probably get used to it.
Uh-oh. Ooh. Ow! Right in the face.
Yeah, I've gotten already kind of used to it. It's not a huge difference.
That's good. That's good. I just remember, like, when I re-downloaded the game, or when I uninstalled and reinstalled, it turned that back on, and I forgot to change it back, and God, it was...
Did you notice it?
Oh, heavily. Like, whenever I'm not shooting, I'm sprinting. So I'm constantly switching between sensitivities all the time if I had that setting on. It was, yeah, it was bad.
I mean, I guess if you didn't know it existed, then you don't ever really notice it.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong.
Like that one, thought theory, or not thought, what is it? what's it called? When you have like just an idea, like it's an
Oh, like
like a concept of like a
yeah, I know what you mean. Like the
well, like
ship
the
in
Leviathan,
Theseus.
where if you ever hear of it, then you become victim to it now, because you're not. But now that you're cursed with this knowledge, because it will hunt and destroy
Thought
anything
experiment.
that. Yeah, thought experiment. That's the
Gotcha.
word.
Yeah,
Yeah, you've heard of the Leviathan one.
I have not. Oh
For
wait, you
me,
mean no, that's something else. Never mind.
I will not give it justice. I'm gonna just look it up.
I mean, my favorite thought experiment is it was like something basilisk.
Basilisk, that's the word. Roko's Basilisk.
That's the one. Yes, I love that one.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's the
I
one I
know
was
that
talking
one.
about.
Then,
Sorry.
The Roko's basilisk is really really cool. It would be a really really good game idea to work on.
The game is a mind game in which the objective is to avoid thinking about the game itself. Thinking about the game constitutes as a loss, which must be announced each time it occurs. It is impossible to win most versions of the game.
Ooh.
It's interesting.
Ah.
The dead internet theory is an online conspiracy theory that asserts that internet now consists almost entirely of bot activity and automatically generated responses. Probably not. I mean, we have a lot of people on Earth. I think people underestimate how much people don't care about their lives. Suffering risks, known as risk for sure, are future events with the potential capacity to produce a huge amount of suffering. These events may generate more suffering than has ever existed on Earth in its entire. Why the fuck is this a Wikipedia art? What?
Oh wait, I know that one.
The one about suffering.
Endurable. One's car is
Yeah, I
stolen.
see it. I
Transgenerational.
see it in my
Drastic loss of
dreams.
biodiversity. This is looks like a meme format.
Also, that's what this one is pretty cool. Sorry,
Yes.
I forgot I was muted.
Yeah, the Basilisk one is awesome. But
It's
now,
very
like,
funny.
we're gonna die of it now, but
Oh,
whatever.
absolutely.
And
We'll probably die before it happens.
exactly, see. I'm already gonna spend an eternity suffering. Might as
Aging?
well be.
Question mark?
Go for the high score.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like a lot of the thought experiments would be really cool to have in like a single game where you just have a bunch of little stories to tell about these thought experiments in the form of a game. That'd be really
I'm
cool.
sorry. Wait, are you suggesting we turn the basilisk into a game?
I'm just saying that would be really cool.
Because that sounds really fucking awesome.
Exactly.
It kind of already exists, though. That's the thing. Have you ever heard of
I
I Have No
know.
Mouth and I Must Scream?
I'll be honest, I thought that was a Hollow Knight reference.
I mean,
No.
I think I've heard of it, but I haven't looked into it at all.
It's a terrifying book. Basically, it's exactly
It's a
like the
book,
description.
That's true.
Well, they made it into a game.
Ah, okay.
And I must.
I was just
Aw.
saying, like, it'd be really funny if we just make a game who has this alternative ending where if you don't help this person, they kill you at the end.
To be fair, I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream is a game made in 1995, so I feel like
It's a well-making game, though. Like, for which time, at least. Especially.
Bruh. Old.
Bro, like, Mario, old, mean bad.
Yes.
yeah, but like Mario's developed over time. Like Mario wasn't released once and then never added on to. This game
Personally,
probably
like
still
if you
very good.
if you compare the original Mario without nostalgia, it would not be very good.
Compared to current day games, it would. Be
It has a lot of good game design principles, but it is not very good.
similar to like which
But
one? Mario
this is
64?
also, like, a story-based game as well, so it's kind of
True.
hard to
Yeah,
make it
no.
a bad.
True.
Like I understand, I fully understand that. I'm just saying, like technically, most games like the time does make a massive difference.
He wrote, oh my god, he wrote it almost all on a mechanical typewriter.
Dang.
All the game dialogue.
I mean, I remember trying to go back to Super Mario 64 because I had like huge nostalgia for it, and I tried to play it, and God, the camera was so awful.
Oh, for the DS.
For the DS, the camera is
Oh my
such a
God.
pain to control.
On the original one, it's almost just as bad. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, it's like 10 times worse. That's why like I had to stop because I got the collection where like it's the it's
Yeah, the 3 of them.
I had to stop playing it because it was so bad.
Yeah, it's...
I don't know how you're supposed to play with the camera.
At the time, it was fine because like I don't know why, but I could play it at the time. But
For me, it was just the controls that were really hard to like concept back with the DS one.
We also
Just the
forget
camera.
that like all the innovation that has gone into like the everyday video games.
absolutely.
I don't think I would ever actually like the camera though. That's the thing with the like Super Mario 64. Like even
Well,
if I was introduced with it,
No,
I'd
no,
get
I'm
frustrated
not
with
saying it probably would, but like it's something that not many people like realize or take for granted that like we've made a lot of progress in the way we make video games.
Literally just in design alone, not even like programming languages, just designing games has come such a long way. Like when I replayed Starfy, like I love Starfy, it's one of my favorite games, but the levels were not designed to look realistic. Even if they tried to, like, it was very blocky.
Here, you want to hear the plot of I have no mouth in my scream, or do you like? There's many great videos on it, but like it's also.
I mean, I know it's a point-and-click adventure game from the 30s.
Well, I was gonna give plot synopsis.
Yes, go for it.
Okay, and I'm just gonna read it from the Wikipedia because I'm not gonna remember everything. In the dystopian future, the Cold War has degenerated into a brutal world war between the United States, the Soviet Union, and China, who have each built a Allied Master Computer, or AM, to manage their weapons and troops. One of the AMs eventually acquires self-awareness, and after simulating with the other two AMs, takes control of the conflict, giving way to a vast genocide operation that almost completely ends mankind. 109 years later, 4 men and 1 woman, Benny, Gorster, Nick, Nedok, Ten, and Ellen, live in an endless underground complex created by AM, one of the only habitable places left on Earth. AM provides sustenance to keep them alive, but derives its only semblance of pleasure from torturing them. To prevent the humans from escaping its torment, AM has rendered them virtually immortal to enable and unable to end their own lives. The machines are each referred to as AM, which originally stood for Allied Master Computer, but was changed to Adaptive Manipulator, and upon gaining sentience, aggressive menace, upon gaining sentience, aggressive menace. It finally refers itself to purely as AM, referring to I think, therefore I am. The story, narrated by Ted, begins with AM projecting the hologram of Gorster to the other humans, which is Gorster's one of the guys, to the other humans, hanging upside down, dripping with blood and unresponsive. The real Gorster joins the group to their surprise, and they realize that it is one of AM's illusions. Nedok has the idea of that there is canned food somewhere in the complex. Because of the great hunger due to AM keeping them in a perpetual state of near starvation, the humans are forced to coerced into making a long journey to the place where the food is supposedly kept. In this case, ice caves. Along the way, the machine provides foul sustenance, sends horrible monsters after them, and emits ear-splitting sounds and blinds Benny when he tries to escape. On one more occasion, the group is separated by AM's obstacles. At one point, Ted is knocked unconscious in the dreams of the computer standing over the hole in his brain, speaking directly to him. Based on this nightmare, Ted comes to the conclusion about why AM has so much contempt for humanity. Despite its abilities, it lacks the sapience to be creative, or the ability to move freely, and wanting to exact that revenge on the species that created it by torturing the last remnants of it. The group reaches the ice caves, where there is indeed a pile of foods. But are immediately crestfallen to find that they have no means of opening them. In the final act of desperation, Benny attacks Gorster and begins to gnaw at their flesh on the face. In the moment of clarity, Ted realizes that the human can only escape their torment through death. He seizes a stalactite made of ice and kills Benny and Gorster, and Ellen kills Nedok before Ned kills her in turn. AM stops Ted from killing himself and focuses on all of its rage on him, since it cannot bring the others back to life. the story fast forwards hundreds of years later, and AM has slowly transformed Ted into a great soft jelly thing, incapable of causing him harm, and constantly alters his perception of time to deepen his anguish. Ted is grateful that he was able to save the others from future torment, even though he cannot scream because his new form lacks a mouth. Therefore, I have no mouth and I must scream.
That is pretty cool. I do like that.
And the game explores each of them. Some of the most interesting ones, like backgrounds. Where is it? Nidok or Nimdok, was a. Where is it? They all have the in the game, at least they all play off of like their biggest like fears. Like Nidok was a Nazi scientist who did horrible, like Dr. Mengele or Mengele, the Angel of Death, also known as. It's similar to Nimdok was similar to that, and he did horrible things, and so he's tortured by these horrible things with that, and it's like it explores a lot of interesting things, and for like its time, it's a really fucking crazy that they were able to pull that off. But yeah,
neat.
that's
interesting. It's I mean, like the core idea of Rocko's Basilisk is there, and that's that's the main part. And I guess there's no.
Well, this was made
way.
this was made in 1962 or 67.
Was that before or after?
Basilisk was made during the internet.
Oh, so it's the same concept.
It was a thought experience that originated in 2010 post at a discussion board on Les Wong, a technical forum focused on analytical astronaut inquiry. So yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I think the original idea of Rocko's Basilisk came from, like, religion, where if you didn't believe in the religion, once the deity, or whatever it was from the religion, was, like, revealed, anyone who wasn't part of the religion would, like, be killed or whatever. So it's the same thing as, because I believe Rocko's Basilisk is specific towards AI, right?
Yeah.
Then yeah, it's
the thought experiment's name references the mythical basilisk, a creature which causes death to those that look into its eye, i.e., thinking about AI. The concept of the basilisk is in science fiction was popularized by Daniel Blitt, and it tells the story of a man named Robo who paints a so-called basilisk on a wall as a terrorist act. In the story, the several of Langford's follow-ups to it. Basilisk is an image that has a malevolent effects on human mind, forcing it to think thoughts the human is incapable of thinking, instantly killing the viewer. So it's like, Cthulhu, where how you see it, you process infinity, and like you just die immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, similar to that.
Me and the boys after processing thoughts that we cannot process.
Uh-oh.
Have you guys ever heard of 3x+1?
Oh god, don't bring that up.
I knew Eric was gonna know of it because it's fucking infamous.
Is it
I don't even go into it. I just wanted to see get a reaction out of Eric, to be honest.
3x+1?
I know a bit too much about topics, I'll be honest.
It's the 3x+1 problem. It's a really simple problem, to describe, but the outcomes come out so differently. So, suppose we start with a positive integer, and if it is odd, then we multiply it by 3 and add 1, and if it is even, then we divide it by 2. We repeat this process as long as you can, and eventually, you reach the integer 1, no matter what. So eventually, you reach a loop of 4. What is that? I think it's 4, 2, 1. Is that the loop, Eric? Yeah, 4, 2, 1. Because if you do 1, it's odd, so it's plus times 2 plus 1. That's 2. 2 is even. Every single combination eventually leads to 8, 4, 2, 1. Because that just goes down straight. Because it's even, odd, infinitely. But the thing is that we don't 20 the difference between 27 and 26 is some of them can be tens of thousands, go up to tens of thousands, I think some of them go up to millions, and then you could go instead of 27 you go 28 and it could end at 80. and it's so random, so no one really knows if there is a number that goes to infinity, um, and you may we've tested like an absurd amount of numbers by hand, by manually, but the thing is that like I can't remember who we the only way we can prove it now is by mathematically solving it, because like it's actually like there's possibility like there's another like very infamous math thing that was solved, and like it required a certain number, and the number was like 10 to the 68th power or something crazy, and there's no way someone could have manually brute forced that.
Yeah.
So it proves that there are numbers that like exist that have to be so ridiculously high, um that it could be there out there, but no one can really prove it. It's been around for a long time. In fact, it was made during the Soviet it was made like brought up by I think a Soviet like mathematician. Um, and the U.S. thought they made it because all the scientists were like fucking stuck trying to figure out this, so they thought they thought they were trying to halt their progress. It was pretty funny. How?
I left. Apparently I didn't pick up. I apologize.
It was just like quiet, like silence, and I was like, damn.
No, I did laugh. Apparently my mic just didn't pick it up.
But yeah.
Hey, that's a way to do it.
No, yeah. Um. So 10 has 19 steps. 100 has 118 steps. 1000 has 178 steps. 104 has 261 steps. 105 has 350 steps. It's crazy. And like there's people have made like there's a great, I'll send a video to you. I recommend watching it. It's like the best, most interesting like thing, like way to talk about it, because all the other videos will kind of suck.
And who's that video by?
Huh?
Who's that video by?
Veritizium.
Yep.
Yeah.
Radiation.
Checks out.
What?
I know that channel.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, yeah, they have.
I have not watched the most recent video because of pretty obvious reasons.
What is their most recent video?
How to extract venom from the world's deadliest spider.
Yeah,
Which I was not expecting to see on my YouTube page, and I hate it.
Is it talking about the Brazilian wandering spider, or like is it talking about?
What the fuck? Do you think I watched it?
It's not that scary.
I was just mad that the thumbnail was on my fucking recommended page.
Like the Kaiba.
Oh, it's not even the most. It's not even the what. Is it talking about? Let me. Wait, did you die?
No, I was
No.
I was gesturing as Eric, like seeing the thing, like the Kaiba meme. I don't think I'm gonna win, but I have 2 lives, so I should be okay.
Yeah, it's a funnel web spider. Okay, interesting. Fun fact: there hasn't been a single person who has died in 40 years in Australia from a funnel web spider.
Sick. I'm glad.
Well, have you heard
40
that there's
years?
no one that's
Wow.
no one's died in a submarine accident for 35 years?
Incredible.
Wait, really?
Well, that may
Well,
have
to
changed
be
last
fair,
Sunday.
there's a lot more
Oh,
people
no.
living in Australia and a lot more funnel web spiders than there are people in submarines.
No one goes to
I
Australia.
feel like Jane just doesn't know about like what happened recently.
I have no idea what happened recently.
I know exactly what happened recently.
Wait, Alec, you actually
I
do not know about
look
the
at
thing.
news. I've heard a lot about submarines recently, but I was just like, oh, that's weird. Why
So
people would
basically,
recommend that?
this big rich guy, right,
Uh-huh.
built a submarine
Uh-huh.
to go visit the Titanic and sold.
Oh, I
The
do.
Titanic
I
wreck.
vaguely remember that.
Yeah,
But it
anyways,
didn't
they're all
come
dead.
back. Okay, I remember now.
Did they ever find the thing?
Yeah, they found its pieces.
The
Oh,
submarine.
did it explode?
It imploded.
That's not good.
Imploded. Interesting.
Which
Oh,
gotta say,
right.
which I gotta say, that's probably the worst way to fucking die.
Absolutely.
Just like
Uh,
Jesus Christ.
I remember
I would
that.
imagine, like, well, I mean, like, are you talking about, like, worst way, like, suffering-wise?
I mean, it probably wouldn't have suffered like too much, like
Yeah,
in
I
all
was like-
fairness, but like that it's a pretty shit way to die.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I would want. I mean, if I was gonna die, like that would be kind of cool way to die.
I remember
Yeah,
this happening
imploded by
because
itself.
people were
I mean, it's
comparing it to
not. You're
Iron
not
Lung.
suffering, man. Like it happens like that. Just done. The only thing that might suck is depending on like how long you have like I don't know how when it like did it instantly implode like or did it
Like on
okay.
contact with water.
Because I was gonna say the CO2 and oxygen like lack of oxygen just the anxiety of being trapped down there that would be fucking horrible.
Claustrophobia.
But
was
like if
probably
it just
worse than the
if it
actual
immediately imploded then like that's like it's
Yeah.
like a gunshot.
It's a very terrifying, chilly, because that's like it's still a horrific way to die, right?
Oh yeah. Painful? No.
Depending on how long the implosion, depends on
Implosions
the
are like explosions where they're usually.
I know how the implosions work. I'm saying it depends on the circumstance. Technically, you could feel very, very much a high amount of pain.
I don't know. I feel like death by potato peel is pretty bad.
Oh.
Yeah, they used to torture Christians by that. In like each layer at a time.
Ew.
Ooh. Can't wait to try
Yeah,
that later.
we learned about that in
Ew.
private school. What?
Jared,
I don't think he got that.
Wait, what did he say? I didn't hear what he said.
Eric said, "Ooh, I can't wait to try that later."
You can technically be taken as two different ways.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was more
Open to
assuming that you were gonna try it on someone else.
Open to interpretation, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of what I implied. That's what I was going for, but I realized that it could be taken the other way.
Man, I can't wait to get potato peeled.
So excited.
Why do you think it's so funny?
To be circumcised.
No! Shut your mouth. It's horrible.
This is like so eerie because Eric, I haven't heard Eric laugh this hard at something so weird in a long time.
It's just, God dang it, two of them?
Hey, you are not part of the JV Rocket League calls. Trust me.
Potato.
By the way, according to the this is a question that we had recently. This is a discussion we had. Is Casper the Ghost a pedophile?
I feel like I've heard this conversation before.
You can bring this up, yeah.
How old is he?
Pretty damn old.
He's dead.
Well, yeah, but the thing is that like.
I don't remember what his actual age is, but it was old.
Yeah, but the thing is that does he have like what's his mental capacity?
See, that's the thing. That's what the entire discussion comes down to. Because either A, it's still a child, and he doesn't really mentally age at all, or B, he's a master manipulator and a pedophile.
I may have
Well,
run.
you can say that about almost anyone.
I don't like what you're implying there, James.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying anything in real life. I'm saying like any character, like fictional character. You could say they're a
You
master
can't say.
manipulator.
Well, yeah, you can say a lot of any fictional character is a master manipulator. That part I agree with. I'm more worried about the pedophile part about that.
You could probably prove something.
True.
I don't like that.
Yeah,
Uh-oh,
yeah.
am I dead?
Wait, did you die? From
No,
fall damage?
I was in the air when the cutscene triggered, so I thought I just fell to my death.
Do you guys ever get videos in your recommended, like on your side, where it's like 3 views 12 hours ago? Do you need a prescription for steroids?
No, I don't think so.
Depends on the steroids.
Okay, I
Anyway, you're
think
getting the
this
I
run
watch
would've
way
been
too many
over,
fucking documentaries on
and I
YouTube.
just saved it. Documentaries are too long. I'd rather watch like 3 Peens in a pod.
See, I don't listen to podcasts. I put these on the background when I'm doing things.
I like podcasts.
I'm
Like
actually
the
the
man
same
who
way.
tried to fake an element, like that's fucking interesting.
It's such a good. He makes such good documentaries.
Bobby
holy
Broccoli
shit.
is like such a dumb name, but he makes so much good shit.
Right,
The
he
man
does
who
so,
faked
it's so
human
good.
cloning.
Right, it's so good. He put out a
Lamino's
video-
also really good. Or Lamino.
He put out he put out a 3-hour video, which is a compilation of the Collider one.
I mean,
all
I've
in
been
one.
watching this guy like more. I've been kind of like getting on my mom's part where like she watches all crime shit, and like I got on Kyoto Robata, which just talks about like Japan, some of the most fucked up like mysteries there, and like and I had to stop at one point because most of these are not solved to this day, and it's so fucking like awful to not like it's not have closure, and I can't even imagine as a family.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's that kind of thing that happens. It doesn't just affect it affects a lot of people.
I mean, and there's like this one I watched, where they basically knew the guy. They had literally DNA evidence. This guy was weird and like would like teased or like wanted to. I don't even know what he was trying to do, but he was like basically outed himself on accident because he was stupid. And like called the people, giving hints and shit and. Like he was crazy, but they eventually like tracked down the wired him down, and they found out where he was. They looked at his van. They literally had the person's DNA on the car that was hit. There was a dent in the car. There was like a bag in the back. They couldn't investigate because they didn't have a thing at the time. They had found DNA in the car. They had the diary of the person who died. The thing is that they couldn't convict it because there's a thing called I can't remember what it's called, but it's a certain like social class in Japan that like the people like of that social class in the past were treated horribly, and they're like there's some racism like or that's like classism today, but the guy like who did all this horrible things, he was part of that, and so the Japanese police bureau they would they wanted to save their image, and so they didn't prosecute anymore. Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. But it was basically solved. But the guy just got away scot-free.
Let's go, get out of jail free card.
Eric's on something tonight.
Yeah, I think so.
Look, man, my dinner was a slice of pie, so.
That's a movie?
Sick. What kind of pie?
No, like I literally had, it was chocolate, chocolate cream and cherries. Because when my mom dropped me off, and by that I mean when I drove my mom's car back, because she didn't want to drive me both ways. We got cherries for lunch.
Yeah.
By lunch I mean we both had breakfast. Like, but yes, I had a chocolate pie. Also, I don't think you understand. I normally do I genuinely, this is me normally. I just normally don't say it because of like other people in the call.
Well, it's a lot funny when you say it.
I have filters, guys.
I don't.
No, I just bought all my drones back. Oh.
You also have a Pupitar.
I do.
Is this gonna be it?
I'm hoping. Literally, the spare drone parts alone, I think, has just saved my run. And I got that from a cauldron.
Yeah.
We need to finish that first.
Yeah.
Are we missing anyone? I don't think so, actually, because Adam wasn't here. Was Adam here?
Oh yeah, so we're ignoring him.
I would
honestly
honestly love... Sorry, this is a little unrelated, but I would love to be like a historian. Because I love stories so much. I can't remember jack shit, but stories I will always almost remember like from history.
Fair.
Which is weird. I think it's just ADHD and autism brain.
Yeah, pretty much.
But it's I don't know. Like if you like just bring an image to my head, and I will probably remember that story.
Me after putting an image in your head.
Also, I've been getting recommended The Adventures of Panda Warrior.
What?
Is it just Kung Fu Panda?
It's free. It's a movie.
Yo, they put How to Train Your Dragon.
It has Rob Schneider.
It did?
Yeah,
it's free with ads. So if you have an ad blocker, yeah, with like Opera GX, it's just free.
What?
How to Train Your Dragon.
I honestly love that movie series because it's
such a
dragons.
good movie.
And it's high quality too.
The original How to Train Dragon's like probably still the best, but like the entire series is pretty good.
Yeah.
Of movies, I'm gonna say that I've not seen the TV shows. Cannot recommend them.
Have not either.
Bruh. That is
Rob
just
Schneider's the main. Bob Schneider's the main character, man.
That's just off-brand Kung Fu Panda.
Exactly. How many views does it have? I like to imagine Norm immediately gambled all the money from this movie. Who's Norm? Norm in the North?
Isn't that henchman for Dr. Doofenshmirtz?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It took me a second to realize what you're talking about. Yeah.
That is correct.
Okay.
Have you ever heard the Norm rap?
I remember that was a thing. I couldn't recite it at all.
I couldn't either.
I got blocked.
Ow! Jesus, what was that?
What?
He hit you through the ground.
I know. How rude.
Wait,
Oh,
does
by
that
the
mean
way-
they don't have continuous collision detection?
They should, but it's very possible they don't, because discrete is less intense.
Interesting.
Rude. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, it may have been ukulele. It may have hit one of my drones and just sparked over to me.
I don't think it was what it is.
That's what I think it was. Oh my god. This alone just saved this run. Because I
I
had
can see
no
your minion damage.
otherwise. It's gonna be all of it.
First time I get Eclipse 7 is when you fucking beat it.
Heck yeah.
Well, I mean, this is just Bandit.
Have you guys? Oh, by the way, I recently like learned about something, and it made me like decide that.
Perfect.
And
Holy
it was
shit.
Look at that.
That was so good.
Sorry,
What the
continue.
fuck? Sorry, no, that was just
No,
a perfect
yeah.
fucking placement.
sorry. Oh my God, Jesus Christ!
All over there,
You
yeah.
were so far away.
Perfect target.
That was so good.
Sorry, continue.
Sorry,
Oh.
continue.